Good afternoon, everyone. Now, welcome back to today's live lounge talk for this month. Apologies about last night. Had no sound, so I re-recorded. I'm re-recording it now for you. So today's talk is all about exercise and mental health. So when we think about exercise, there's quite a lot of talk about, getting fitter, losing weight, dropping a dress size, increasing our strength, all those things, which are great. But I think also we need to remember is exercise, another benefit of exercise that's a much higher benefit is our general well-being, our health, as well as our mental health. So today's talk about is, as I said, mental health. And it's easy to get caught up about the kind of more aesthetic reasons to participate in exercise and look after ourselves. But there's so many internal things that can be affected, and we can do that through exercise and help ourselves so much. Now, exercise on our mental health can be so beneficial. It's actually proven to be the effects of exercise more powerful than some medication, Prozac-based drugs. So it can be so powerful. Those chemical hormones that are released in our brain when we exercise, the endorphins, the serotonin, the oxytocin, the what was the other one? Got my notes here. Dopamine as well. They're chemical hormones that are released in the brain for a specific reason to make us feel good, which is good news because that makes us think, oh yeah, we'll do it again. We'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it. Also, it should. Although when we eat chocolate, it releases the same hormones. We never forget how good chocolate tastes. We always forget about how good exercise makes us feel. So we need to remind ourselves exercise is so powerful in making us feel good, look good, but more importantly, our mental health. Not only that, if we can exercise, particularly outside a bit more, so it can make us feel so much better, feel so good. Along with making us feel good through hormones, it makes us feel more confident, happier, sense of achievement. We have more confidence in ourselves because we look better, look a bit better as well. We feel a bit better. And before you know it, we get into this positive cycle of feeling good, looking better, having more confidence, enjoying it, wanting to do a bit more. We feel a bit better in ourselves. Particularly on the side of depression as well. I think once we can get ourselves out and exercising and moving in just small steps, we haven't got to go all out crazy and do loads of exercise or really hard exercise or painful exercise, if you like, that makes us have sore muscles. There's of course nothing wrong with that, but that can be a bit far for some people. So it's easy to start off in smaller steps of moving in the right direction, step by step, just walking forwards day by day of enjoying exercise, feeling a bit more confident and just feeling good for doing it. And it's that sense of achievement as well. Now, when it comes to anxiety, some of the effects of that are heart rate raising, feeling hot, sweaty, clammy, breathing rate rising, especially with panic attacks, that kind of thing. Those same effects are the same effects of exercise, so it can be similar. So some people who suffer from anxiety maybe are a bit reluctant to exercise because it triggers the same feeling. So in that case, what we need to do is just, again, take small steps, start easy, start with something a bit more gentle, one of the more mindful classes, the more restorative classes to help us get going, get started, start enjoying feeling better. It can help relax us as well. Exercise is a great way of, it's called, what's it called? Active relaxation. That's what it's called. My brain's inside. It's been a busy day. Active relaxation. Actually, exercise has been proven to be more beneficial and relaxing the mind and the body as rest, like sleep. Obviously, we need sleep. That's one of our main pillars of what we require. But active rest through exercise, whether that's simple, easier exercise or more difficult, complicated, or more intense exercise, is all good for us. But start small, start enjoying the benefits, realize it's okay to get a little bit hot, a little bit sweaty, a little bit out of breath is good. That's our heart and lungs getting stronger. Our heart is a muscle as well, so it's important to train and exercise that gets stronger, more efficient, working better, which is also what we want. And before you know it, this positive cycle of thinking, yeah, it's okay to feel that. That's normal. We want that. Again, we're just taking it step by step, moving forward. Before you know it, you'll be out doing, the HIIT training, running, and doing loads of other things. But it's important, as I said, take things really nice and slowly. But yeah, just remember that these chemical hormones released in our brain are incredibly powerful. And they do that to make us remember, hopefully, should do anyway, to remember how good we feel after exercise. You know, it can be so powerful. Our mind feels better, clearer. And also, if you look at a diagram of a brain that of someone who exercises regularly and someone who is more sedentary, the difference is absolutely incredible. I'll try and find the picture for you and share it with you on this post to hopefully show you the kind of stimulation of the brain, how fired up it is, all the neurons in the brain being fired up, active, and compared to the brain that isn't very active, there's very little, much less brain activity going on compared to the active brain. That's also really interesting knowledge, isn't it? To think actually we're exercising here, but it's for a much higher level than just trying to lose a bit of weight or drop dress size or look better in our bikini. But at so much higher level of mental cognition, mental clarity, focus, mental strength. All of these things are really, really important and a much higher value, I think, than just the weight loss side of things. Also, there's other benefits we know: heart and lungs, circulatory system, musculoskeletal system, all of those things. So these talks really are designed to help us remind ourselves of why we're doing it, to be consistent. That's what the group's all about. It's about being consistent. That's why there's 2 classes a week. So if you can try and do those as much as you can. And of course, other things you want to do, things are outside as well. But it's really designed to kind of clear the overwhelm of doing. There's so many different things to do, so many choices, so many decisions to make. Should I do this? Should I do that? What's good for me? What isn't good for me? Whereas if you can stick to these 2 classes, so one's usually more active, more cardio or strength, one's more relaxation, more restorative, got the perfect balance without having to overcomplicate things and do too much, but just do 2 things, do them well and build them into your lifestyle. That is the only way people get results. That is it. There is no shiny object syndrome. We want to try and get away from that and move away from moving on doing things, but just exercise consistently is where our body builds its strength, its endurance, its mental clarity, focus, mental strength. And these chemical hormones that release in our brain, they make new neural pathways in our body, in our mind, and our body learns really quickly of how good our body can be, how much stronger we can be, how much more effective and efficient we can be, how much more energy we can have. It all works together. The mind is so incredibly clever, beyond our comprehension, really. There's so much more we don't know about the mind as well. But one thing we do know is it's been proven time and time again how powerful and beneficial exercise is for our mental health. It's just phenomenal. I said, these chemical hormones released naturally in our brain are more powerful than Prozac medication we get from a doctor on prescription. So we can do that for free, really. And then this group isn't very expensive to be in. That's what we're all about: consistency and doing things regularly. And that brings on to one more thing, actually, about looking after our body in a more kind of holistic, natural way. Again, moving away from shiny objects and the next fad, the next thing. Bring it back to basics. What does our body need? It needs movement, it needs water, it needs good nutrition, healthy food, it needs sleep. It needs those 4 things. That's it. And the more we move away from nature, those 4 things, the more we will move into problems, pain, difficulties, disease, illnesses, viruses. But we can protect ourselves so much by doing the basics. And that's really what I'm all about, is promoting good, healthy living that's very kind of moderate. Moderation is really what I preach about a lot. I like wine, I like chocolate and biscuits as much as the next person, but it's all about moderation. If we can generally eat well most of the time, allow ourselves a little bit of goodies when we, for treats and things, but we exercise regularly, we're looking after ourselves, we're getting to bed early, on time, getting a good amount of sleep, we're onto a winner there. And that all those things build up to so much more of a foundation of a good, healthy life, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's how we build a better, stronger, more bulletproof body than just trying to do a quick fad, a quick fix, which isn't really what we want, doesn't get results, it doesn't last. We want to be putting the effort in, but in getting the results, and mentally and physically. And then that goes on. We've built good habits, we built good routines, and they're instilled in us. And we do that, and we're living proof to our families, our children, of what can be done. And exercise is a normal part of life, and we do that regardless of what else is going on in our life. Yeah, that is a non-negotiable. Those 4 things, hopefully, are non-negotiable. Sleep, hydration, good nutrition, and good exercise, good movement is what the body needs to thrive and survive and be amazing. So we're so lucky to have what we've got. So many people aren't as lucky as we are to have, good bodies, good brains. But we, if we're lucky enough to have these things, we should just not take it for granted and look after it and make it strong. And we need to make time for our fitness. Otherwise, we'll have to make time for our illness. I do believe in that. And so just want to remind everybody really of a few things and how much I appreciate everyone being in the group as well. As you know, the doors are still open to join the live lounge. If you have any friends who would like to join us, then please spread the word. We'd love to welcome more people into our little group. Love to see you all on live on the classes as well, whether you're on the group or watching it on Zoom, and some of you watching back on replay on the YouTube channel as well. So keep doing that. Keep letting me know when you're catching up as well, because I love to see all your lovely comments of when you're doing it over the weekends, evenings, first thing in the morning. You're just amazing. So keep doing that as well, because that's really, really great to see. And you'll get an email. I hope you like your weekly emails as well. Every email I send out to you with the replay links of what's gone for the week, bit of a summary, and the next month's, haven't done it yet, but the next month's program for the classes. I said, as you know by now, every month there's a new program, so you'll get that to try new things, so you can get into a routine. The body gets very good at doing the same exercise over and over again. So that's why I like to challenge it, change it up a bit, keep you interested, and hopefully think, oh yeah, that's an interesting class, I'll come to that. So yeah, and I haven't forgotten about our Zumba class, by the way. I'm still organising a date when my friend can come in and do the Zumba class for us. She's going to be doing it on her Zoom, and she'll be streaming into our group to be able to catch that as well. Probably a Zumba goals, it's a bit easier, a bit more low impact, but we can make it wherever we want. Anyway, have a great weekend, everybody, and hope you enjoyed the little talk. Keep looking after yourselves, keep being healthy, keep sticking with the exercises. Hope you're all enjoying the classes. And anything you want to ask me, give me a shout. I'm always here to help people. And I'll be seeing you next week on Tuesday. All right. Have a good weekend.